Now, India faces double pressure as the United States President Donald Trump has approved a sanctions bill that could pave the way for tariffs of up to 500% on countries purchasing Russian oil. U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has made a big claim here, saying the trade deal was not done because Prime Minister Modi did not call Trump, as India was not comfortable with that. Now the MEA has issued a measured response, saying that it is just a proposal which is being tracked by the government of India. Now, the opposition too has questioned the government, has urged Prime Minister Modi to handle US relations with maturity, prioritizing national interests over theatrics. Meanwhile, Indian ambassador to the United States, Vinay Quatra, met Speaker Mike Johnson and has held conversations on key areas of partnership, including defense and security, oil and gas trade, as well as technology. Let's listen to this first.
We are aware of the proposed bill. We are closely following the developments around the bill. Our position on the larger question of energy sourcing is well known to you, and I have spoken about it on several occasions in the past as well. In this endeavor, we are guided by the evolving dynamics in the global market, as also the imperative to secure affordable energy for our 1.4 billion people through diverse sources to meet their energy security needs.
Now, the U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has said that the trade deal with India did not actually materialize because Prime Minister Narendra Modi did not call the U.S. President Donald Trump. To this, the MEA has also responded strongly. Let's listen to this also.
Negotiate the contracts and set the whole deal up. But let's be clear. It's his deal.
Yeah.
Okay? He's the closer. He does the deal. So I said, you got to have Modi. It's all set up. You have to have Modi call the president. And they were uncomfortable doing it. So Modi didn't call. I had negotiated them at a higher rate. So now the problem is the deals came out at a higher rate.
Right.
And then India calls back and says, oh, okay, we're ready. I said, ready for what?
We have seen the remarks. India and the United States were committed to negotiating a bilateral trade agreement with the US as far back as 13th of February last year, that is. Since then, two sides have held multiple rounds of negotiations to arrive at a balanced and mutually beneficial trade agreement. On several occasions, we have been close to a deal. The characterization of these discussions in the reported remarks is not accurate. We remain interested in a mutually beneficial trade deal between two complementary economies and look forward to concluding it. Incidentally, Prime Minister and President Trump have also spoken on phone on 8 occasions during 2025, covering different aspects of our wide-ranging partnership.
साहब ट्रेड डील हो रही है क्या हो रहा है ट्रेड डील का रोज डोनाल्ड ट्रंप अपमानित कर रहा है हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री को और देश का प्रधानमंत्री देश से अलग नहीं होता देश का अपमान कर रहा है और हम चुप बैठे हैं अगर कोई बोल रहा है तो विपक्ष बोल रहा है डोनाल्ड ट्रंप को मोदी नहीं बोल रहा हिम्मत ही नहीं है क्यों नहीं है हिम्मत मेरे देश के प्रधानमंत्री में कि देश का अपमान अपना अपमान चुपचाप सहता रहता है
All right, so there you have heard the comments from the MEA as well, which has categorically said that the characterization of the remarks and the fact that this deal did not go through because there was no phone call by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, that's not an accurate depiction of what has happened, saying that as far back as 12th of February last year, there have been regular talks, there have been efforts to have a deal which is mutually beneficial. India, of course, will prioritize its own national interests and energy needs as well, and that is really where the entire issue arises. Now, these discrepancies in the comments, that's something that we're trying to unpack for our viewers here as well. For more on this, I have Siddhant Mishra live with us. Siddhant, thank you so much for joining me there. A measured response by the MEA. What can you tell us?
Well, that's right. It's the first response coming from Ministry of External Affairs. In fact, today, the spokesperson was asked about about the statement made by Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick about the trade deal almost getting finalized between India and United States, and because Prime Minister Modi did not call President Trump, so the deadline was missed, and we moved on to the other countries. So this is what Lutnick said today in a podcast interview. Now, this is the first response we're getting from Ministry of External Affairs. In fact, Ministry said that India and the US were committed to negotiating a bilateral trade agreement with as far as 13 February last year. Since then, two sides have held multiple rounds of negotiations to arrive at a balanced and mutually beneficial trade agreement. In fact, MEA also confirms this for the first time on record that on several occasions we have been close to a deal. But MEA also makes it very clear the characterization of these discussions in the reported remarks is not accurate. India again says that we remain interested in a mutually beneficial trade deal, and Minister of External Affairs also reminds that there have been 8 telephonic conversations between President Trump and Prime Minister Modi since the start of these negotiations. So, first time MEA making it very clear that many times two sides have come really close to finalize the deal, but the characterization of it has been characterized by Secretary Lutnick is inaccurate. The characterization of the discussion is inaccurate. So, strong words coming from Ministry of External Affairs, but the Ministry is hopeful. They are very positive as far as bilateral trade agreement with the United States is concerned. And Ministry has made its position clear that both sides have been positively engaging to get the deal done.